4:15 a.m. Is there a time when you can say enough is enough? It's been almost 60 days since our new president has taken the reins of the office of the President of the United States. We have sat around waiting on these miracles that Barack Obama has advocated as the new way forward for this country. I again did not vote for our president. This morning I came home from work. Headline I read and the headline I hear: Barack Obama wants expanded powers for our Treasury Department. Currently, the U.S. can seize banks. Banks are going down the crapper, going down the toilet. They made bad bets. They made bad decisions. They should fold. Just like any capitalist society, if a company fails, they should fold and a new company should replace it. It's called capitalism. Currently, we are in the midst of something that this country, since it was founded, has not been involved in. Basically, our country saying what and what cannot happen. This is going towards the fabric of the country and the fabric of every American being told, you don't have a choice. You do not have a say-so in what happens unless you ask Uncle Sam. This is not America. This is not the greatest country the world has ever seen. These are not the words of a president. These are the words of a dictator. Day in and day out, you see, you watch, you hear, you read what happens in Venezuela, what happens in Iran, what happens in Saudi Arabia, what happens in Russia. You have one man dictating what happens in your life. America wasn't founded on this. The Constitution was not written by one man. The first, second, third amendments were not written by one man. But we are at the moment that one man wants control of the greatest society the world has ever seen. For all the supporters and voters that voted for Barack Obama, is this really, honestly what you voted for? When you hit that button or check that box or whatever you did in that voting booth, is this really what you voted for? Or did you vote for an idea that was advocated by the greatest speaker that we probably have ever seen? Somebody that promised so many things, but has failed on every single point he put across. I liked Barack Obama. I loved listening to him speak. I didn't like the policies that he put forth in those speeches, but I did love listening to him speak. It's now 9:20 a.m. on the 24th of March. He was inaugurated on the 20th of January. Yesterday, the stock market rallied 500 points. As we speak, the futures are already down 75. Why does that matter? Yesterday, people made money. Today, people basically woke up from their drunken stupor saying, what the hell? What am I doing? Why am I going to risk myself and my country for one man's pathetic ideas of a society? Rome burned, Rome failed. Russia, the Soviet Union, failed. As we were going, in the first 60 days of this man being in office, the United States will fail. Currently, we have Russia and China pushing for a global currency. Am I going to sit here and say that all this is Barack Obama's fault? No, not at all. This is the United States Congress's fault. This is not George Bush's fault either. This is the United States Congress's fault. Let me repeat this. The United States of America Congress is at fault. No oversight. They got raises every year for well over a decade. This is Congress's fault. Barack Obama was a member of that Congress. He was a senator of 4 years. 2 of those 4 years, he was running for president. He could sit there and say that he inherited these problems. He was a part of these problems. No one I have yet to hear say that. He was a United States senator. He was responsible for oversight, for seeing what was going on in America. Something was wrong. He sees the banking sector go down, the stock market crash. He was responsible, and he was responsible to put forth something to make that change. But what did he do? 2 of those 4 years, he ran for president. Another year, he was thinking about it. So in total, he was in Congress, the Senate, for a year. And he didn't do much of nothing. So I'm sorry, Mr. President. You are just as responsible as anybody else in Congress, including George Bush. So quit blaming somebody else. You are responsible. The state of Illinois voted you in as a United States Senator to stop things like this from happening. But you chose to be a star, a movie star, and this is what now you have. This is your administration. This is your fault. If anybody's listening to this message, wake up. America is not what it was last month, 6 months ago, last year, the 8 years ago, or when Bill Clinton was in office, or when Ronald Reagan was in office. It is now changing. And it's your responsibility, America, to stand up and fight for your country. Not overseas, but here at home, and the time is now.